Hello everyone. I hope everyone is doing good and everyone is safe. So this is yet another interview experience video. So this is a Walmart Labs interview experience video. So this is going to be a little different because I actually got rejected in this particular company. So instead of telling you what I did to get selected, I'll tell you the things that you should avoid, and you should avoid these things, and just learn from my mistakes and don't repeat them. So let's get started. So I was offered, I'll just quickly show you first the rounds. So this is a mail that I have opened. I was offered a Java SD3 role. So it was a SD3 position and it was of Java. So they actually had shortlisted my profile and I had a bit of screening round with the HR. So that was a pretty common round where they asked me about my expectations of current CTC, then what my areas of expertise are and all those things. And after that, they didn't actually send me a HackerRank test. They decided that they'll directly move to the interviews, and there were only 3 rounds. So first 2 rounds were scheduled, and the HR said that if everything goes well, we'll directly have a hiring manager round. So I think they had a bit of haste. They wanted a source really early, so they just scheduled these 2 rounds, and both of the rounds were elimination. So the first round was of DS Algo. It was on the same day. At I think at 12 p.m. it was the first round of DS Algo and problem solving. Then my second round was on low level design and tech fundamentals. So as you can see that it was on March 13th, which is like 2 weeks before. And now let me just tell you what were the questions asked and where did I exactly made the mistake that led to my rejection. These are the details. First round was simple DS Algo round. So the first question was flattening a linked list. If you are a little familiar with the linked list, you might have seen this question. So the linked list will be like something like that, where each link has a right pointer and down pointer. So you have to flatten it in a way like 1 2 3 4 5 6. So this is a pretty standard problem on linked list. And after that, the second problem was on binary tree, which was finding a lowest common ancestor. So this is also a very common problem. The only thing so there were follow-up questions on both the problems, and the lowest common ancestor, usually it is given a condition that both the nodes that you need to find the lowest common ancestor of, that should be present. So follow-up question for me was, what if one of the node is not present? So I just tweaked it a little bit, that we can have a kind of boolean counter or a flag counter which will tell us whether we had found the both nodes or not. So these were the questions, and after this round I felt pretty confident that I gave good results, and I actually wrote fully executable code. So there was a shared document where I had to write the code and run it against one of the use case. So she has given me an example, so I had to run it and cover all the corner cases. And in the lowest common ancestor also, so most of the trees question, if you guys are aware of, are solved using a recursion. So I had to write down in the dry run mode, write down all the recursion calls and tell her how it is flowing. So it was not just the code, but everything. She deeply asked me just to make sure whether I have just marked up the code, or I am aware of those things. So every recursion call I had to write how it is calling, how it is returning back, and what is the answer. So this went up to around more than 1 hour, 1 hour 15 minutes, and I was very confident after this round because it went pretty amazing, and she told me that I performed really well. Now let's see where I actually made a mistake. So second round was of a low level design round. So one thing before that I need to tell you that this happened 2 months before, and before that, whatever companies I was applying for, or I was appearing for, mostly I was getting a SD1 kind of role, because my experience at that time was around 2.5 years. So I was not getting SD2 role, I was usually getting a SD1 role. And at that point, as I have already mentioned in most of the videos, that when you are appearing for a SD1 or a entry level role in any organization, they won't usually ask you design questions, whether it's a low level design or high level design. They mostly focus on the DS algo. So this was, I think, first company where my low level design round was scheduled. Although I knew it beforehand, like when this schedule, actually the mail came, I knew that this is going to be a low level design, but I had only 2-3 days to prepare for that. I wasn't fully aware what the low level design questions would look like. I just knew that you have to write object oriented codes in low level design for a use case, and the overconfident me, I was like, ये तो आता है मुझे, जावा तो पढ़ा है, oops तो आता है, so it is not going to be a problem, and I didn't get time to study much. So yeah, so this was the background story. So initially it started by asking me the basic Java and OOPS question, like inheritance versus subtraction, then the basic questions that you can find normally, like what is the multiple inheritance and all those things, and I could answer those very properly because I had brushed up my OOPS concept. Then came the main question, which was design a low level vending machine. So vending machine, like you have a kind of vending machine, and it has some items like Pepsi, then chips packet and something like that, and there is one one thing where you have to insert the coins and you need to select the item and it has to result the items. So you had to design the low level of this one. So because I was not I hadn't had much practice on low level design, I told her all the corner cases and how it will work, like you need to use the denominations, then what were the cases, what will be the cases, like you need to store the items availability, then you need to check all those things, whether suppose I am entering some amount but that is not uh, up, like for example, suppose I want a Pepsi and I entered 5 rupees, so then what will happen, and then suppose I entered 15 rupees, so what change will be given, and the machines should have that state where it is at every point storing how much cash or how much change it has, so whether it is possible to return back the change. For suppose I have given 15 and this Pepsi is of 10 rupees and I don't have a change of 5 rupees, so then what will happen? So actually I covered all the corner cases, but where I missed the point was I was not able to write proper entities and classes. I kind of wrote a majority of code in one class. I used object oriented concepts and wrote different classes, but it was not up to the mark. So although I could cover everything and she was helping me, but after the end I knew that this is not going to happen, and somewhere because I became overconfident, I lost this amazing opportunity. So yeah, after that, as expected, the HR called me and said that we will not be able to move forward and we are canceling the HR round. So this was a mistake that I made. uh, Anybody who is at the similar level, I would like to say that design questions actually need a lot of practice, so don't take it lightly, whether it's a low level design or high level design, whether you have experience in Java or OOPS language or not, you will have to prepare it differently, because once you start preparing, there is a pattern, there's a lot of things that you will see. So after that, I actually prepared for low level and high level design, as you might have seen in my other videos, very well, and then I was able to crack all those rounds as well. So after that, I think there was one more company that came in just after 2 days of this Walmart labs. I'll share the video of that company as well. In that company, same thing happened. I cleared all the coding rounds. There was no company where I couldn't clear the coding round, but I was somewhere lagging in this design, and design questions are very complex. Like those are simple, but you need to practice them a lot because they kind of can go vague. It's not like a coding question where you have solved it and you have passed all the edge cases and you are very confident that this has passed. So after that, I actually prepared only for system design questions, and then, as you know, I was able to crack the other companies as well. So this was my mistake. So I would just like to give you a quick tip. So whenever you are having, like, suppose HR called and scheduling the rounds, so first and foremost, ask the person what the rounds will be, what are the expectations, and prepare accordingly. Just don't assume, just don't hesitate in asking in beforehand. And if you feel that you're not prepared, like for in that way, actually the HR asked me like how much time I need, but I was too confident that my coding will go well, and I didn't research much about how the low level designs are going to be. I just thought that it is going to be basic Java questions. So there I made a mistake. Otherwise I would have asked for some time and prepared well. So don't do that. And yeah, so all in all, just the gist is prepare well, ask questions beforehand, and if you need time, just tell them, I need some time. And don't take design questions lightly, even if you are in day-to-day building Java applications, writing classes, because it takes some time, and it takes some practice. So I hope this video was helpful for you. If yes, hit that thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Bye bye.